guys, it's Kelly. I'm back with another process video. With today's layout, I am using a kit from Hip Kit Club, and I think there's some different things that I pulled in as well. I'm not sure. I will have all my supplies listed on the blog, so it may be the entire September kit, but I think I added a couple of other things. So when I saw this bold pink and white striped paper, I knew when I received it that I definitely wanted to use it as a background. And just because I think sometimes when you have bold stripes like that, it just makes a fun piece. So I go back and forth between documenting recent photos and older photos. And this is a much older photo. I think I think this was in 2006. And we had just gotten these kitties, and she and Juliet had just formed a bond from the very beginning. And I thought that that would be a sweet picture to document, especially since some of the Wonder ephemera had cats in it. So I think the colors are a little bit unusual for something that I would pull, but in the end, I really enjoyed how the colors pulled themselves together, and it seemed to really work. So I will tell you right up front, I mess around with these embellishments for a very long time, trying to find just something that made sense, that worked together, and that uses the product as well. I want to use the things that I get in the kit, and sometimes things give me a little bit of a harder time than others. And these Dear Lizzie thickers are one of those things. Excuse me. And I'm not sure why, because I don't usually have trouble with that. So we got this big roll of Dear Lizzie tape in the kit as well, and I thought that I was going to love it, but I don't love it. And to me, it's very difficult to use. And I was testing it out on the stripe just to see how it would show up, and then I didn't like that. So then I thought, well, let me put it on the pink and white stripe paper, and I didn't like that either. And I'm not sure why, but I'm going to end up having to cut and get pieces to work that way so that I can actually use it. But it's probably my least favorite washi that I've ever received. So I went ahead and I pulled out a couple of things from the Wonder collection because I knew that that was one of the things that I wanted to use. And when I found that cat card, it just seemed to pull everything together. I felt like the colors in the picture now really pulled in the colors on the background papers. The yellow with the wood green, the pink of my daughter's baby, with the pink stripes, the black polka dots with the kitty on the side. And so at this point I'm thinking, okay, good, this layout is going to make sense. Now I just need to figure out what I'm using and what I'm not. So one of the things that I struggled with were the different types of fonts. If you look on the Dear Lizzie, the chipboard, the XO and XO is more of a fun font, and the Crate Wonder ephemera has more of a typed font, and then I knew that I was going to have a title, and there was stuff that just wasn't working. So at this point I couldn't figure out exactly what it is, but it ends up being that top right hand cluster and also the hello heart. So I will mess with this, and I actually step away from the layout for about an hour and do a couple of things around the house, and then when I come back to it, I can usually look and identify a problem or figure out how to fix it, rather than just to continue pushing around the same embellishments and just moving them around the page. So when I came back, I decided I was going to just get my doily because I usually use them, and I just knew that if I wanted to use that balloon, that it would give the balloon a place to rest. And when I was looking back through the things, I had one set of thickers that had words, and it had that really pretty ampersand. And I thought, well, that's perfect because, I'd use the ampersand paper, even though you can't really see it. And I just thought that that would make one of the good focal points of the title. And so then at this point, I'm thinking, okay, great, this is really going to start to come together. Now I'm going to like it. And, because I'll be honest, I don't love every single layout that I make. But for me, at least I can get the memory documented. And it's just sometimes those really special moments that I want to make sure that I actually have a page that really reflects what I want. So you will see me fuss around with these letters quite a bit as well. And what I'm trying to do is make sure that on the individual letter itself, you can't see too many layers of the paper. For me, I find that it makes it more difficult to read, and I didn't want to add any more because the pattern is quite busy, and I didn't want it to compete. So you will see me messing, just trying to figure out, should I take it off? Should I leave the whole, name on? And finally, I will just trim down the tail of the balloon just a hair so that I can tuck it in and it doesn't get down to my title. And that seems to work a lot better. So I pull out some of the bows that I had in my stash, and I didn't like the jute, and I found this bow, and I'm going to have to check my notes, but I think that came off of one of the Oh Darling like paper clips or the wood clips, and I will never use something that's that bulky, and so I just will pop off the bow, and I think I found those at Tuesday Morning. So when I find something like that that's like $1 or $1.50, I don't mind tearing it apart to make it usable in a way that I can use it. And if you can hear my kitty, that is Romeo that has joined me, taking a look at this process here. So those glitter stickers are from the Wonder collection as well, and I just cut some of the circles in half and made a scallop border. And what I liked about that is it brought the gold from the title up top. And then I'm just using these little sequins, and you'll see me do my shuffle. It's usually my enamel dot shuffle, but you'll see me doing that with the sequins. And then the last thing that I do is add some gold Heidi Swapp color shine. So I do have some stills at the end, and I just want to thank you guys so much for taking time and hanging out with me today. I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Bye.